I spent 100 in-game days in Pokemon Shooting Silver, the best Pokemon Soul Silver and DS ROM hack. So what's great about this game in particular is the fact that you have loads of Galarian as well as Alolan form Pokemon that you can go around catching. And we have some surprises towards the end that I think you guys will enjoy. But for now, let's start off our journey, of course, in New Bark Town, where we get ourselves a starter Pokemon. Now we decide to also play as Chris, aka Crystal, and we get the Stooge starter, which we go for a Cyndaquil, but then our chat from Twitch decides to nickname it Bayleaf. Yes, so we have a Cyndaquil named Bayleaf. Really weird. Then we're off on our adventure. The first thing we do is actually go and battle Silver after doing all the little side mission stuff. We end up actually losing to him, which is quite unfortunate. However, we go back and we tell them that his name is actually Eddie. After we've done this, we then go and catch ourselves our first partner Pokemon, which ends up being Elekid, which we nickname Rich the Kid. We battle a few youngsters and then we enter the Dark Cave, where we find ourselves an Alolan Geodude, which looks fantastic. We actually decide to catch this one as well, adding it to our team. Next, we actually have to battle Ethan or Gold, which, yes, it's a new addition in this game. Normally in Soul Silver you don't do this, but this game has this added event where you have to battle, well, Gold or Silver or Lyra or Chris, depending on which version you're playing with. But of course, we do take the battle on. I'm gonna be honest, it ends up being pretty easy for us for the most part, and we're on our way to the first gym now. While inside of the Bellsprout Tower, our actual Cyndaquil evolves into a Quilava, so now we have that, which means it's time to take on the gym battle. The Murkrow and the Gligar end up being super easy, with the only real issue being the Pidgeotto, which is the most difficult Pokemon in the team to actually take out. We try to put in Rich the Kid, but he can't really do a lot because we haven't done a lot of leveling on him just yet. However, Quilava, aka Bayleaf in this case, is able to pretty much do the job, and we have defeated the first gym badge, which means we only got another 7 to go. Next, we receive a free egg, and then we catch ourselves a Mareep, which we nickname Wooloo. Yes, we love Wooloo, and we love sheep, and we love Mareep. So, there you go. While inside of the Union Cave, we actually get ourselves an Alolan Sandshrew, which looks really cute. And then this guy, as we exit the area, actually offers us a free Bulbasaur, which we do take, and then we nickname it Blastoise for whatever reason. We destroy all the Team Rocket grunts down in the Slowpoke well. One of them actually has an Alolan Grimer, which is really awesome. But once we've done this, we head over to take on Bugsy, which is going to be quite easy as we do have Bayleaf. And most of the stuff Bugsy's going to have is pretty much going to be grass or, well, bug types in this case, actually. So we sweep through them with a Scizor at the end. Normally there would be a Scyther there, but that Scizor was also pretty easy to defeat. And we got ourselves our second gym badge. Now let's move on to the third one. But before we do that, of course, our friendly neighborhood Eddie, aka Silver, is here to battle us. Now I'm going to be honest, this was a scary battle. We were having a bit of a struggle, but luckily we do actually win this one as well. And now we can head over to take on Whitney. Whitney ends up being the most annoying human being in existence. Now, Clefable is up first. Here we just go for Bayleaf, and we pretty much are able to take it out. I do think we get the burn as well in this case, which does come in handy. But nonetheless, we do actually defeat it. However, the big issue is that Miltank. The Miltank is so bulky, so difficult to defeat that we had to try a few times before we finally got it. But definitely was one of the hardest battles. Once we finally defeat her, she doesn't want to give us a gym badge, so we have to just walk away for 2 seconds, come back, and we get the gym badge. And we are 3 down, another few to go. Before we actually take on the Ecruteak City Gym, we do a bunch of grinding and receive this free Charmander from this random kid right here. And we decide to nickname this one Blastoise, actually. Well, it turns out that our Bulbasaur was actually nicknamed Charizard. All these names get a bit confusing sometimes. Next, we take on Morty, and I've got to say, his gym really caught me off guard because he had a Alolan Marowak, and this thing was really hitting hard. Now, I thought at first, okay, the Misdreavus isn't that big of a problem. We pretty much like 2-tap it, and it's gone, and actually ends up more or less killing itself. However, the big issue is actually that bloody Marowak. It is so strong, but luckily we did loads of grinding to this point, so we're able to kind of take it out, but it's just so strong, man. And once we actually defeat it, he still has a Gengar as well, which we do also defeat, and then we get his last Pokemon, and guess what? We have ourselves another badge. But man, this was one of the harder gyms, and if you play this game yourself, you're gonna see what I mean. It also caught ourselves a Wooper previously, which we had nicknamed These Nuts, and These Nuts evolved into Quagsire, so there you go. We go ahead and actually help out Jasmine with the sick Ampharos, and once we've done this, we actually also take on Chuck's gym. Now, I really thought we were gonna struggle here. Oddly enough, we don't. We take him in the second try, which, by the way, is surprising because most of the other gyms we did struggle a bit because of the lack of levels since we hadn't grinded enough. But Chuck is actually defeated pretty easily. And then, of course, our boy Typhlosion gets into our team, aka our Quilava evolves into Typhlosion. But guess what? We got another Pokemon on our team, ladies and gentlemen. That's looking top-notch, and honestly, this is our saving grace Pokemon, more or less. Then we have the most difficult battle, I would argue, in this whole game, or the one that was the closest for us to lose, which was the one against Eugene, and Yuzi, whatever you want to call him. First up is his Hypno, which makes our Wooloo go to sleep. Now, yes, I know this is, again, just a fluffy, flappy, whatever, but it does die, so we go into our boy Typhlosion, aka Bayleaf, and we just keep spamming Lava Plumes here. He switches into a Vaporeon, we take a Water Pulse, and it does lower us quite a lot. We're down to essentially 1 HP at this point. We end up losing our main boy, okay? So we're down to using Charizard, aka the Ivysaur. We get rid of the Vaporeon. Next up is the Hypno, which does way too much damage. We set up Leech Seed, which doesn't do much. We end up still getting, like, knocked out. They put our boy Egg Boy to sleep, which, again, is also detrimental. We have Blastoise, the Charmeleon, finally, and then, of course, these nuts. Now, these nuts, they actually are pretty goddamn useful right here. I'm going to be honest. These guys came through, and without these nuts, we wouldn't have been able to win this, okay? So he puts us to sleep with the Gengar. At this point, we're not really sure exactly what to do. I mean, he goes for Mean Look. We go for Surf. We're just thinking to ourselves, well, what options do we really have? So we just keep spamming Surf, and, you know, you guys can see it's getting really close. So we do heal up to make sure we can actually, like, continue this battle. Otherwise, we would have lost it. The Gengar is then gone. He has a Electro. Dude, this is the one where I got scared, right? But I remembered, wait a minute, we're gonna be fine if we just, you know, make sure to use the Mud Bomb that we had at this point. We didn't have Earthquake yet. And guess what? We actually do it. We get the battle. We defeat him, which was very close. And then we have Jasmine, and in her case, because she has Pokemon that we can pretty much just destroy with our Fire-type moves, we're pretty set against her as well. So at this point, ladies and gentlemen, we've taken down 2 more gym leaders in a very short span of time, meaning we only have a few left, actually, at this point. And yeah, things are actually heating up. This random hiker named actually infinite question marks, he decides to take us on, and he actually has a Alolan Diglett. As I mentioned, there are quite a few Alolan forms in this game that you will be enjoying catching, and later on, I will tell you, we're going to be catching some legendaries as well. We run into a random camper who has an Alolan Sandshrew and also an Alolan Sandslash, which are really cool looking, by the way. I do love the sprite designs on them. However, once we've done this, we do loads of grinding, okay? We just have to head over to the lake, deal with the Gyarados. Once we've done that, we're pretty much set, but we do loads of grinding and level up and evolve loads of our Pokemon. Once we've done this, we can now go and take on Team Rocket together with Lance. Now, their actual hideout is not the biggest deal in the world. We take out the executive in there. That isn't really that difficult. Again, our, well, Typhlosion in this case, aka Bayleaf, is incredibly strong, okay? It just literally sweeps everything with Lava Plume. That's all that's necessary. On top of that, also, Egg Boy has now evolved as well, so we do have the little, you know, little Togetic, whatnot, going around, having its little fun times. But what I'm trying to say is all our Pokemon now have fully been leveled up properly, and also have some of them as well evolved. You know what I mean? So we got a pretty solid team. We've taken out Team Rocket's first hideout. Now we can take it on the penultimate gym leader. But before that, we're gonna help this guy just, like, get rid of all these electrodes so this place doesn't nuke itself. I don't know if you guys know this, but in the Pokemon manga, Lance literally starts a war in Kanto. So, our penultimate gym battle against Price is here. As you can see, I am bumping some music while taking this battle on. First up is Jinx. We go for Lava Plume, which does the 1 tap. So, of course, that is gone. Then there's the Dugong. Now, I do have Rollout on Bayleaf at this point. So we go for Rollout because I think about 3 hits and this thing is dead. However, we get that 3rd hit. The increased damage does come in, so we get the super effective hit and a KO. So there you go. We do also have the opportunity to learn Batoon Pass, but we don't give that to our boy Egg Boy. So, you know, we skip that there. But nonetheless, this point we switch over into Charizard. And the reason we do, well, not literal Charizard, but this lad right here, the Venusaur. And the reason we did this because I wanted to do Leech Seed, which I thought would work. However, it didn't really go as planned. And the only thing we have left right now is, well, Charizard the Blastoise, or Blastoise the Charizard. You get what I'm trying to say. He also dies, so we are kind of in a weird position because Mamoswine is honestly the worst thing against us, right? It's the most powerful Pokemon. It's the most difficult Pokemon, so it is a bit complicated. However, we heal up and make sure that Bayleaf, the, you know, Typhlosion, is ready to go for whenever the next thing pops in, which in this case, well, as you can see right here, the next issue, of course, is the Mamoswine, as it does heal itself slightly non-stop. So we switch into Typhlosion once more, and hope that the Lava Plume is enough to get it, which it is, by the way, meaning we're Gucci. Now, there is one more Pokemon, I think, left, which is Sandslash in this case. It's the Alolan one, so it's an easy 1-tap with the Lava Plume. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are now done with the penultimate gym battle, meaning there is only one left, and we have to go and take her on. But before we can finish things off with Claire, we first need to go and deal with the final guys of Team Rocket over in Goldenrod. So we go over there, we dress up as a Team Rocket grunt, head inside the radio tower, get the details we need to be able to unlock and save the actual man who works at the tower, the main boss there. Once we sorted things out with him, we get the key to access the top floor where, of course, Archer is. Archer is, of course, the main guy at Team Rocket in Generation 2 in Johto. And we take him on, and what do we do if not to defeat him? We crush his ambitions of bringing back Team Rocket, and they are gone now for quite a bit of time. So they're gone, more or less. They will still stick around here or there, but generally, they're gone, which means we can now go and take on Claire, which we do. So we head through all the mountains, all the trials and tribulations, and get our way to her gym. Of course, Claire is a bit annoying, because even if you do defeat her, she's not going to give you the approval straight away. You're going to be forced, more or less, to go and, well, pretty much confirm that you are worthy enough. And this all just requires you to go into the Dragon's Den in this case and just talk to an old man. He gets things sorted for you, and you are now set to take on the Elite Four. So that's what we do next. We head all our way over to the Victory Road. But before we can go to the Elite Four, we have to, first and foremost, go get ourselves our hands on Lugia. So we do that, we go take on the Kimono Girls, we get the bell that we need, and we head down, and there it is. Now, a bit of an information thinking here. If you guys may have seen in the intro of the video, there is a Shadow Lugia. That's actually the shiny version of Lugia in this game, and the shiny rate in this game is actually increased from 1 in 8,000 to about 1 in 2,000. So if you want a shiny hunt, there are increased rates, and you can get some custom shinies for some of the legendaries and things like that. So definitely recommend to do that. Either way, we catch Lugia, add it to our team. Now we head to the Victory Road. We make our way through the Victory Road pretty quickly. At the end, of course, Silver shows up, and what do we do if not to battle him again once more? I do get a bit scared though, but luckily we have loads of revives, and we're able to revive a lot of our Pokemon and defeat Silver. At this point, he's done for. Silver's out of the way. Silver's been sorted. The only thing remaining now is the Elite Four, and then after that, we're going to be exploring and finding some of the legendaries in this case. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is the Elite Four. First up is Will. Now, I'm going to be honest, the first, I would say 3 Elite Four here were super easy. Girafarig is just an easy hit with Lava Plume. Even here, we pretty much just have Thunder Punch now, so getting rid of the Slowbros is same thing, you know, no problem whatsoever. Jinx even gets a burn on it, which gets rid of it straight away. Zatu, again, same thing, just a bunch of Lava Plumes. We're pretty much just sweeping with Bayleaf his whole team here. Like, Will's team cannot do anything. We even get the burn on Wobbuffet for crying out loud. I mean, what even is this, okay? So, I'm going to tell you, the first Elite Four member, Will, was super easy. However, next was Koga, and of course, you guys got to remember, he has a lot of Bug-type Pokemon, so it's a free sweep. Even his Weezing goes down to about 2 Lava Plumes, and then it's gone. We had to make sure we saved all our ethers in this case, because as you may notice, Bayleaf is sort of the carry in this case. It even takes out, you know, Venomoth. It takes out, I mean, I think even in this case, Crobat cannot stand it. It's just way too strong. So Koga, same thing there. However, next up is Bruno. Now, Bruno was a little bit more scary, as I was worried against, you know, him having all of his, like, fighting types and whatnot. For example, Machamp here actually does put up a fight and does take out our boy. So we go into Lugia, get rid of the Machamp. He has an Electivire next, which, again, a scary Pokemon. I'm very afraid when I see this thing, and we do take it though with Lugia. I think the Aeroblast pretty much took it out at the end there. We also do have a Hitmonchan. This thing pretty much like gets through, like about 2 of our Pokemon get pretty much demolished by it, so it is what it is. We do get the Paralyze though. These nuts come in and just demolish things. Then Hitmonlee makes me really afraid, because Hitmonlee keeps hitting the high jump kicks, which take out most of our Pokemon, and we keep missing. However, we get him with our Charizard. And then we have finally Karen. Now Karen, I'm gonna be honest, Karen, hey, you put up a good fight, okay? The Umbreon was quite annoying to get rid of, I'm not gonna lie. It was really annoying because we lost a lot of HP, which means that we kind of do have to heal up, which means we're gonna be losing a round or so of attacks, which is not good, okay? Let's just say it like that. However, we do learn Eruption in this case, which is great. We go into Wooloo, and guess what? It's an Alolan Muck, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that thing. It's awesome. I do love these sprites, I'm not going to lie. They do look awesome. However, Muck takes out our boy Wooloo. Bayleaf comes in next. We go again, Lava Plume in, all our way through Eruption. We don't end up using, and we did get rid of sort of rollout for it. We get rid of the Honchkrow. Next is the Houndoom. Gets rid of our Pokemon. We go into these nuts, which are able to Earthquake their way through that and barely make it through. Next is Weavile, and I just think to myself here, why did I waste so many of my Pokemon against Weavile? We could have just literally revived one Pokemon and swept through Weavile in no time, which is what we end up doing. We revive our boy Bayleaf, and then we go for the Lava Plume, and there it is. The last member is now gone. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take on the man, the myth, the legend himself. Lance, here we go, baby. So he's got himself a Tyranitar to kick things off, which we go with Eruption on, which wasn't the smartest move, to be frankly honest with you guys. I think was probably the dumbest thing could have done right there. But it is what it is, though. We do get rid of it, thank God, using our boy D's Nuts. Then he has an Alolan Exeggutor, which we decide to go and revive Bayleaf with, first of all. Like, we make sure to use Revive and kind of sacrifice our Lugia in this case. Then we go back into Bayleaf. We go for the Flame Wheel, which was a mistake. The Lava Plume does hit, though, and now he has a Gyarados. We switch into Wooloo, and we make sure to heal up Bayleaf first and foremost. So Wooloo ends up being more or less a kind of sacrificial lamb so that we can use just something else. But we go for a few flies with Egg Boy, which does quite a bit of damage. Also, I think there's a Sandstorm that's kicked up, so Gyarados is taking damage from that as well. Next is Yamega, a single Eruption, and it is gone. And now Dragonite is one of the last few Pokemon left. We are in a weird spot because we're out of PP. We do get the burn, though, which is great. However, these nuts can't really do a lot against it. So we do have to revive again Bayleaf and just go for the, Lava Plumes. Last is Charizard. We make sure to heal up before we go with any moves. And ladies and gentlemen, the Thunder Punch is there, and we have defeated the base Elite Four. So, ladies and gents, that's it. We've defeated the Elite Four. We are done with the base game, and now we head out to actually do some other stuff. Now, if you want to get the Galarian birds, okay, the Galarian legendary birds, they are available in this game, as well as custom shinies. You can go out and explore this. Now, to get the Galarian birds, you first have to get all the 16 badges. Once you have all the 16 badges, you can go to the locations that regular Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos would be in Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. If you go to these locations, you can find Moltres, for example, which looks fantastic in its Galarian form, and honestly, I would recommend catching it. Then you also have Zapdos, which I think is sick, and of course, we can't forget Articuno is there as well, which you can catch too. So that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching.